I was just over a year into launching my business, Our Better Selves, and I hadn't hit the jackpot yet. I left my consulting job about 18 months earlier because I was sick of the status quo, and I wanted to forge my own journey to create incredible impact. But then reality hit. I was bumping along, trying to figure my shit out, and I was learning, but the magic wasn't really happening. And so I would look at my bank account and look at my credit card, and, well, let's just say one was full and the other wasn't, and I'll let you guess which one was which. And so in November of 2018, I decided to take a big leap. I would spend nearly $3,000 on my already overused and abused credit card to attend a 2-day workshop with an expert relationship builder. And this facilitator was world-class, and I thought I'd be able to learn a lot from him and how to leverage my relationships even better and add meaningful value. So walking in on day one, I knew right away that I was surrounded by many brilliant and accomplished entrepreneurs. I also knew that I was not the successful person in that room. And so that anxiety and doubt that got me into the workshop in the first place, it was still there. You don't know what you're doing. You're a fraud. You're an imposter. But the growth mindset that I wanted to have to start the workshop was there. I was going to soak up as much learning as I could. But there were little things that slowly started to turn up the negative self-talk. I would hear the types of success and even the types of challenges that the other attendees were having. And I was like, how I would dream to have your problems. And then, unintentionally, without any malice whatsoever, the workshop facilitator, who knew everyone in the room beforehand except for me, called me by the wrong name. And that simple mistake triggered all of my beliefs that I did not belong in that room. The alarm bells were going off in my head. I was moving towards meltdown. You don't know what you're doing. You're a fraud. You're a disaster. And so after that painful day one, I still had to host a dinner as part of the workshop activities with other people in my industry, also considered much more successful than Nick. And already feeling devastated and depressed, I got my second dinner cancellation just 90 minutes prior to the dinner. So you might not have seen it on the outside, but on the inside, it was like a full-on nuclear meltdown. You're done. This is going to be a disaster. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 because you certainly don't have it. So finally, I made my way to the restaurant, headache in tow, on one of the coldest days in the year, and so that bitter winter wind surrounded me. But I was able to put myself into sort of performance mode by singing my favorite go-to song. It's the final countdown. Desperate times. And so when we got to the dinner, we did some introductions. I talked about why I brought them there in the first place. But very soon, they shifted the conversation towards me, each of them. But in particular, Hamoon. And that is when I started to slowly sink into my chair. That veneer of performance mode wore off. And at that point, they kept on going. They generously kept pushing. They asked good, non-judgmental questions. They validated my aspirations. They provided great suggestions. All things I admittedly desperately needed in that moment. I got superheroes to the rescue, just when I needed it. Now, I had planned to pay for the dinner at the end of the night, and so when I went to the waitress to do so, she said it had already been taken care of. And I was confused. But she was sure, and she pointed to the door to the person who did it. But like Batman, Hamoon had already left into the night. And so I stood there, stunned. Honestly, I asked myself, what the hell have I done to have deserved this? In one of my lowest moments, that ultimate act of kindness rocked me to my core. Love and support from generous people at just the time I needed it. And for that, I'll always be grateful. Now, all of us at one point or another are going to experience this sort of catastrophic blow to our self-worth. And it can happen out of the most unexpected of places and triggers. That's just part of the human experience. But instead of catastrophizing and tormenting ourselves with negativity, we can choose growth and gratitude. For gratitude opens us up to service of others. And service of others opens us up to solving the biggest challenges that we face and positively impacting the lives of those who need us most. Tonight, I am most grateful for people like Hamoon, who gave me the strength in one of my hardest moments. For that simple act gave me the strength to pay it forward. And what better way to show my gratitude than to step up for others just when they need it too. Thank you.